Real leaders aren't loud. They're grounded, patient, and consistent. Hi, my name is Jesse, and this is another valuable episode of The Valiant Lifestyle. In this episode, we're going to be talking about being an emotional leader and doing that within your family and what your family didn't know that they needed all along. This one's titled 3 Ways to Be the Emotional Leader Your Family Didn't Know They Needed. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool where they didn't know they needed it, but you were there to be able to be that for them? Before I get talking to what that means to me, I'm going to invite you to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. This is beneficial. This is a great support channel for men, valiant men, courageous men on their journey, on their path to figure out who they are, what they are, and especially in blended families where that is not clear and it's murky. And in some cases, you're in a blended family for the very first time in the very first days and what that looks like. All right, so let's get to the talking points and what that means to me. Never knew what they needed or who they needed, right? So speak calm into chaos. When your tone stays low, trust stays high. Do you know what that symbolizes when you can just be calm and grounded and assertive? Do you know what that is? See, what that signals to your kids and to your wife, your spouse, your significant other is that you're grounded and you're safe. And they innately feel that. They innately are connected to what that is, especially your wife. She is so well attuned. She is sensitive to how you are and how you feel that sometimes she's not even aware of it. Believe me, because it comes up in how she feels, especially with my wife. Women are very good about this. Us men are getting much better at feeling what this feels like and knowing, trusting our own judgment. I know that I'm getting much better at trusting the way I feel and knowing how I come home and come into the house. When I am calm, I signal that I'm grounded. I signal that I'm stable and I'm safe. And what that does is that sends a clear message that feels like they can trust me. In situations where I've come into the house and I've just been really awful and upset, it's almost like I've brought the hurricane and the tornado home. And what happens? You get a domino effect. My wife has been upset with the kids. She raises her voice. My oldest gets upset with my youngest. My youngest gets upset with oldest. And then the cats get a little of that as well. They get a little of that aggression. I mean, in some of the ways they talk to them, get off the couch, do this, do that. As opposed to me coming home and just being, hi, thank you, how are you? Hugs, kisses all around. That reception goes that's so far, so long. That is such a great reception to come home to, isn't it? Feels good. Feels like you're respected, you're needed, you're wanted, you're loved. Create rituals that regulate. To my Christian friends, that doesn't mean something else of what you think it could be. Rituals are routines. They're like little traditions. They're things that you do that are sacred to you. One thing that my daughter and I do every morning when I get up with her, so I get up with my daughter, my wife gets up with her daughter. We're in a blended family. She gets up with my bonus daughter. But what I do with my daughter is we have at least 10 minutes of snuggle time before breakfast or after breakfast, just to connect, just to be with one another, because she's going out into the day and I'm sending her out in one of 2 ways. I'm sending her out calm and grounded and feeling loved, or I'm rushing and I am upset because we're late, and I'm upset and she's upset. And now she goes into the classroom and she's all jittery and ungrounded. I don't like doing that. I've done that. It doesn't bode very well. So I get to set the tone. Own your emotions out loud. Own your emotions out loud. Do that. Normalize, dad has hard days too. It's okay to come home upset, but make no mistake about it. You've got to take responsibility for how you feel. You project that anger onto them, guess what they think it is? They think it's something they did to you. I've had that happen to me. And I realize mid-strike when I'm in it, oh my gosh, all right, okay. Hey, none of this has anything to do with you guys. This is the way that I feel right now. I apologize. Or even before that even has happened to me, hey guys, I've had a hard day. Oh, none of this is about you. None of this is your fault. None of this has anything to do with what you've said or how you've interacted with me. I am working through something right now, and it's okay. They're more apt to be compassionate. They're more apt to be empathetic. They're more apt to go, oh, okay, all right, this is okay. And it is. It is. When you start becoming fiery, dragon-like with the fire and projecting, when I start projecting my BS, my bad BS, because my belief system, I believe, is really good. But what I don't want to put on them doesn't go very well. All right, so now the comment is, I lead with heart. I lead with heart. I lead with heart. If you're guiding your family with presence, because you are or you aren't. And it's important, if this episode made sense to you and hit you on a level where you go, okay, all right, I got this. I understand what you're saying, Jesse. Good. It should. And what I want you to do now is make a big step and go to thevaliantlifestyle.com, thevaliantlifestyle.com, and finally book that 30-minute call with me. Book a 30-minute call. Let's see where it goes. You've got questions? I got answers. I've got questions. You've got answers. Maybe there's some things you get to share with me. That's cool. I'm your bro to listen, my man. When things get tough, we got to trust one another, and we got to be the support we need for one another. ValiantLifestyle.com and book that 30-minute call, and let's do it. Let's get after it. All right. Thanks for watching. Let's do this.